Alright, here we go. Okay, cool cats. My name is John, and I'm a virtual tourist, and on tonight's show, we'll be visiting the lovely city of Hot Springs, Arkansas, and we will also be discussing what's going on with Ryan Reynolds. So if you'll allow me a couple seconds here to set up the show, we'll get going. All right. We have to go to Hot Springs from Los Angeles. See if I can find it here. There we are. Zoom in. Okay. Nice little town. Let's go in. So our topic for today is Mr. Ryan Reynolds. As many of you know, or may not know, Ryan has been embroiled for the past 3 years in first a movie and then a lawsuit between his wife, Blake Lively, and Justin Baldoni. Nobody asked Mr. Reynolds along, he just seemed to have invited himself. What is interesting is his behaviors surrounding the movie and the lawsuit. And these facts have come up because during a lawsuit they have discovery, and that's where all this paperwork and text messages and emails and things of that nature are revealed. Look at that nice little building there. Nice and sunny on this particular day when they shot this. Anyway, so Ryan Reynolds has been eagerly involved in things that his wife has been doing. Which is all the more miraculous considering that he was also heavily immersed in his own acting and production roles with his films, including the adventurous Deadpool and Wolverine film, which we'll get to later, as it is involved in this too. The things that Ryan has said and done in the case of this, well, his wife's recent debacles, are strange to say the least. So a list of these in no particular order is he has text messaged Mr. Baldoni to try and schedule his and his wife's time with their children around the movie schedule. And by that I mean he's asked the production to work around him and his wife. In particularly strange fashion, he also referenced his own, shall we say, genital region in this initial text message. Like he's just met this guy he's just texting this guy for the very first time, and he seems to reference that in a very cringy way. And if you want to know more, want to get more in depth with this, there's a lot of content creators on the internet that have talked about this extensively, including Kirsty Flaw and Without a Crystal Ball and Andy Signore at Popcorn Planet. Shout out to you guys. You've informed me quite well. So has my own research. It's certainly not the only thing that Ryan has done that is bizarre. For one thing, he has invited the Sony representatives and Justin Baldoni to his house and had a 5-hour screaming match where he screamed at Mr. Baldoni for all the wrongs he allegedly did to his wife, Blake Lively, on the set of the movie. Kind of like a 4-hour Festivus without the meal. Very bizarre. He's inserted himself into the production. He's covertly rewritten scenes with his wife's help. She claimed that she had done the writing, and then later on revealed that it was actually Mr. Reynolds who did it. And he's also shown up on set and had a fight with his wife, allegedly, that also took hours in her trailer. Which is, it's a very bizarre thing to do on a professional movie set. Where a nice shot here of the hilly valleys of Hot Springs. I do enjoy visiting places virtually, as is my name, the name of this channel. It's quite nice, this one. Move along. Throughout the filming, Blake Lively had reported several minor incidents or minor annoyances that she had to put up with, apparently, from Mr. Baldoni, including when he asked her personal trainer about how much Miss Lively weighed, because Justin has a back issue, and he wanted to know if he was up to the physical requirements for a lifting scene in the movie where he would lift up his love interest as the character, and his love interest will be played by Blake. So he wanted to know if he could physically handle the requirements of that scene. And her personal trainer, like, she happened to loan her personal trainer out to him so that he could train for the movie role. So he asked this trainer about that. For some reason, this trainer went back to Miss Lively and told her about that, which, like, I don't know why anybody would ever want to bring that up with a woman. Like, not only are you betraying your confidence, but you're also, like, needlessly, like, flustering her, because, like, women have historically not liked being talked about in that manner. Like, there was no reason for him to bring it up. Anyway, when Ryan found out about that, he had another screaming match with Justin about how he was apparently fat shaming his wife or something, which was quite a ridiculous accusation. Like, his wife is as svelte as ever. After many of these apparent slights, Mr. Reynolds got particularly heated, and to the point of vindictiveness. I mean, he made a character in his film modeled after Justin Baldoni so that he could make fun of Mr. Baldoni's various traits and things that he has claimed to stand for, like feminism and just religious faith, things of that nature. Like, he really built this character in the movie to be a lame kind of I don't know. Apparently, the phrase that people use it today is something like calling him a soy boy or something. But anyway, so in the movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, there's this character called Nice Pool. This like new agey feminist. Just like over the top. Well, can't we all get along? Kumbaya kind of character. And in the end, the villain, voiced by Blake Lively, ends up killing this Nice Pool character in front of a flower shop. So he's like, there's various reasons why, like he's clearly making fun of Justin Baldoni and having him killed in effigy in a very vindictive and spiteful way. Anyway, this lawsuit has gone on for a long time, and Mr. Reynolds has evinced a very angry, very vengeful attitude toward Mr. Baldoni in a way that is clearly an overreaction to anything that Mr. Baldoni could possibly have done. Like the facts don't show that this was warranted. Like the extent that Ryan Reynolds has gone after Justin Baldoni, he's sent many emails around Hollywood disparaging him, trying to get agents to drop him, trying to get awards rescinded, and it's an incredible tale of just unwarranted anger. As I said, I've been listening to these content creators online and hearing for the umpteenth time something else that Ryan Reynolds has done. It clicked for me the other day that he must have some kind of like a personality disorder or something. And I thought, yeah, like, that's it. So I started looking into it, and I found, hold on a second, I found this. Just let's pull up the website here. Okay. Alright. So, I am not a therapist by any means, but I think this really fits the personality of Mr. Reynolds, and I think you'll see why when I look through it. That he may have what's called oppositional defiant disorder. Okay. Five key signs of oppositional defiant disorder in adults. Okay. So, here we have persistent anger and irritability. Adults with ODD frequently experience and express intense anger that seems disproportionate to the situation. This isn't occasional irritability, but rather a persistent state of being on edge or easily annoyed. They may describe themselves as feeling mad at the world on most days and struggle to regulate those emotions, even in minor frustrating situations. Manifesting as temper flares, regular emotional outbursts, constantly tense demeanor. Now, granted, Ryan Reynolds has the ability to maintain a kind of a nice guy persona in public. Treatment for his not to say he'd been diagnosed, but maybe had treatment for symptoms of it without being told what he has. So it's not like he's running around like some rambunctious and angst-filled child, but he has grown into adulthood with the ability to kind of polish up his personality quirks when needed, but something is definitely poking its way through. Okay. Frequent arguments with authority figures. He hasn't as I said, I think he's had some kind of treatment or something probably in his youth, because he did have some run-ins when he was younger, according to him. But he's clearly had evinced a flouting attitude toward rules. Like, he hasn't gone after police officers or anything, because he has to maintain his image. But he's certainly targeted, like he's challenging rules, resisting directions. Like he's been a bully, so he makes himself the authority figure so that he doesn't have to have these overt arguments, but his disdain for authority is still part of his makeup, I would say. Deliberate behaviors that annoy others. Adults with ODD often engage in behaviors specifically designed to annoy or upset others. Deliberately bringing up controversial topics at inappropriate times. Purposely doing things slowly when others need them to hurry. Or intentionally ignoring social norms to provoke reactions. So maybe having a text message with someone for the first time and then talking about your junk. Maybe that might qualify as a diversion from social norms. I think the fact that he's been asked to embody this character Deadpool isn't helping things. I think he's misinterpreting the public liking the character as somehow liking these qualities in a person in real life. So it's kind of like he's being enabled by his own Hollywood surroundings to think that he gets to behave this way, and that's making him like take bolder and bolder steps towards his less finer nature, we'll say. Okay, here's where it really gets interesting. Blaming others and refusing responsibility. So, if you've been following the case, you'll know that he has consistently tried to get other people to admit their wrongdoing in order to make him and his wife come out blameless, even though Blake has definitely done a lot of things herself, a lot of unforced errors that have caused the backlash that she's had in this case. Like Ryan came in and tried to get basically ordered Wayfarer and Justin Baldoni to write out a press release, like absolving him and his wife of any media backlash because of the marketing of the film, and take the hit, like make this big public statement that they're wrong and they need to take a look at themselves and start to grow as human beings, and it's not Ryan's fault or Blake's fault. This is all our fault, and we had a troublesome set and all these things. Wayfarer and Justin Baldoni put their foot down and said, "No, we're not making this statement." And Ryan just went ballistic then. And ever since then, he's engaged in these vindictive and spiteful actions, like the nice pool thing, and getting involved in a lawsuit, urging WME to drop Wayfarer and Justin Baldoni because they're apparently he's a predator and they're enabling his all the things that he's doing. It's really quite weird, and these are all things that were revealed in, but there's also rumors going around about that a friend of Ryan had to sit Ryan down and go okay, if you believe your wife, fine, then then I'm with you. But if there's any chance that Blake is lying about all these accusations or whatever, then this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. He's a friend of his had to sit him down and say this, and Ryan still doesn't get it. Like, he's carried this on so much longer than any rational person would have done. And this fits this to a T. Like, adults with ODD often harbor grudges that may engage in vindictive behaviors to get even for perceived slights, sabotage projects, spread rumors, withhold cooperation, specifically to punish someone they believe has wronged them. These retaliatory actions often seem disproportionate to the original offense and can persist long after others would have moved on. If you've been following the case, you'd know that he's been called out, like, in the media for like enabling his wife's crazy craziness. And instead of like finally taking his lumps and going, like, maybe there's something to this, he's doubled down and he should have been way more angrier about this, instead of just being as passive as he has. Apparently, according to him, he's actually been holding back. But anyway, just a thought that what he really might have is ODD. He might be a little odd. That being said, this is in no way seeking to like absolve Ryan of his responsibility, because as we know, like, these personality disorders in adults are like they're not it's not an exercise in absolution, because like narcissism is a personality disorder too. But it does give us more insight, maybe help to explain these actions a little more. Anyway, let's get back to our nice little visit of Hot Springs. I think that's about it for the Ryan Reynolds discussion. But we'll keep looking at this wonderful city here. City of Hot Springs, Arkansas. Okay. Nice cars. Just doing a little bit of cruising here. Without the possibility of us getting into a traffic accident. That's a bit of a bonus, isn't it? Nice and sunny day. Mm. Why would they have Lego at a comic book shop? Or comics at a toy shop? Very interesting. Yeah, the images are sewn together. Kind of a weird way. I highly doubt it's Babesque Cafe. So, next frame. There we go. That's in there. Best court. Doesn't look like a courthouse. Got kind of a southwest kind of theme there, right? Doesn't look much like Arkansas, at least in my head. But that's where it is. Very nice looking, actually. What's great about visiting these Yeah, there's always something new to look at. Oop. Look at that little cactus. I miss when we had mascots for things. But I do like Mexican food. Yeah. There's always something new. There's always something new to see. Homestar. Homestar Runner? I doubt it. That's a long time ago. It's probably up somewhere still, but I haven't seen that website in forever. I like that masked dude. What, the evil guy? His nemesis, Strong Bad. Yeah, that's right. Well, that was just a quick little visit to a nice little town. Maybe we'll come back someday in another video. Whoa. That's a nice, nice cloud formation there. Ooh, a Dairy Queen. Alright. It's got one of those great old-timey signs there. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore. Yeah, these, sometimes you're transported back 20 years and when you travel. Alright, folks. Gotta get out of here. Thank you for listening, and like and subscribe. Peace out, guys.